Hello everybody, my name is David. Welcome to the channel. This is a question and answer video that I do every single Monday. I'm answering you guys' questions from last Monday. Any questions you guys have today, please go down below in the comment section. Ask me anything you want at all, and I'll answer them next Monday in the next question and answer video. So this is part 2. Please watch part 1 if you missed it. And I'm going to get started right away with Julia in... don't know. If you guys please could give us your location. Tell us where you are. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. So Julia, thank you, David. Thank you for your reply. You are welcome. People in my country are quite conservative as far as physical contact is concerned, and that is why I was very reluctant to give him myself before marriage. However, he told me that his ex would be willing to do anything for him, and saying these things, I agreed to do things physically that I was not comfortable with. If a physical relationship with his new supply is not important, why did he use it as an excuse to get me to do things that I didn't really want to do? I feel like he lied about everything. Nothing is making sense, David. I'm so confused and hurt. I'm sorry, Julia. I'm sorry. And we went against something we didn't want to do. We did something we didn't want to do. And we can't do that. We can't compromise and sacrifice for other people. Okay, Julia? And that's going to make you feel like you're not very sure of yourself. It's going to, we lose a part of ourselves, of who we are. Here are the things that are important to me, and they're firmly planted in the ground, right? And the people around me hold the same importance, the same things, right? So I don't like cheating, so I'm not going to cheat, and I'm not going to have friends that cheat. Okay, Julia? And I'm not going to cheat just one time for one person to keep them around and stuff like this. Nope. Not going to do it. I will not cheat, and that keeps me very, very confident. That helps me be reassured of who I am and things like this, okay? So we can't do that, and I hope that you've learned this, Julia. And I hope that you learned that he manipulated you to get what he wanted. You had a part of your question was, if a physical relationship with his new supply is not important, why did he use it as an excuse to get me to do things? I don't know why that wouldn't be important. It sounds like the only thing that's important to him is a physical relationship, not an emotional relationship. So he wants physical relationships with women, and that's it, instead of an emotional relationship with a woman. And so he didn't get to know who you are. He didn't care who you are, Julia. He didn't care who you are. He didn't care what's important to you. He didn't care how you feel about things. He said, gimme, 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 until you gave it to him. And then when he had it, he got it, and he moved on. That's it. And since he doesn't care about who people are, they're easily replaceable, easily exchangeable. I'll go right from you, I'll go right to another one. I don't even know who you are. Don't care. That's his attitude. That's what is important to him. Sex, physical contact with people. That's it. Obviously, you have other things that are important to you. Getting to know somebody, things like this. And so you are two totally different people, Julia. So you should be aware of who you want in your life. Who do you want to date? Because when you tell me the kind of person you want to date, I'm going to tell you that's not him. That's not him. I'm guessing you want a nice, honest, loyal man with integrity, responsibility, accountability, security. He doesn't have those things. They're not important to him. I hope that makes sense, Julia. So I have my clients at some point in their recovery write out a standard list. And that's if you want to date again, and it doesn't even matter, guys. If you don't want to date again, it doesn't matter. At least be aware of the things that are important to you and other human beings. You want to have friends? What kind of friends do you want? Okay? Do you want friends that are, cheat on their husbands and wives? You should. If you don't, then you shouldn't. Do you want friends that abuse people? No. You don't like people that abuse people. Don't date people that abuse you. Don't have friends that abuse other people. Cheat, lie, steal, commit crime, whatever it is. Okay? So write out, be aware of what you want in a human being, as a partner, as a friend. Be aware of things that you will not accept. So when it comes up, you go, I will not accept that. Okay? This is about being very aware of your feelings and giving yourself the things that you need and learning how to. Okay, Julia? Lots to learn here. I'm sorry for this experience, and I hope you get far away from him if you don't know how to control this. If you don't know how to relate to him, I'd get away from him. Okay? Because he wants things from you you don't want to give away, and he manipulates you. He gets you to do that. So I would stay away from him. He makes you feel bad. He hurts you. He's probably not somebody you even want in your life. Okay? Thank you. Hi, McKinnon here from North Carolina. Hello, McKinnon. 3 weeks of no contact, and I broke as soon as he called. It's interesting watching myself go through this. I'm learning a lot about me. I broke for a couple of reasons. First, I'm not comfortable throwing his things out. Yet, I for sure don't want him back or even want to see him. I fear him, and I don't want to invoke his wrath. The second is I feel sorry for him. I loathe him too. And today I wasn't kind, but it bothers me that I left his I still love you without a reply. I wanted to say so many things, but I know better, so I resumed no contact. He texted me a few more times and then let it go. I know his story. I strongly suspect these events made him the way he is, and he never had a chance, so it's really bothering me to be mean to him. Not just to him, but others too. I've been short with or disagreed with. I haven't been rude, but I'm not my usual giving, understanding, empathetic self. I feel like I'm turning into a biatch. I don't like this feeling. I'm trying to be assertive. I'm not sure I'm doing it right. Do you think this could be a normal reaction to being a pleaser all these years? I'm allowing myself a lot of leeway right now, but I don't want to build walls, just boundaries. Do you have any recordings about setting healthy boundaries and assertiveness? Yeah, I've got a lot of information about things like this in a playlist titled Healing CPTSD. Feel free to go check out that playlist. I have a lot of videos on there about things like this. And where you're at is normal. And I'm glad that you don't want to put up walls, just boundaries. Boundaries are a simple way of communicating with people what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. That's it, okay? And when I tell people to go no contact with someone, that's because you may not know how to deal with them, right? If somebody is able to make you have sex with them and you don't want to, then you probably shouldn't talk to them. If someone's abusing you and hurting you and you keep giving them what they want and they keep doing it and you have no control over that, you can't stop yourself, then you need to do everything you can to stop. And that means no contact, no looking, no, you know what I mean? So much of this is, this is about how we grew up, guys. This is about what our parents taught us. I talk about all of this in all my videos. What you're learning are things that you didn't learn when you were a child, that your parents didn't teach you. Parents didn't teach you healthy boundaries. And they didn't help build your self-worth up to keep those boundaries in place. That's what a healthy boundary is. An unhealthy boundary is not saying anything or telling someone don't do that and let them do it anyways. We've got to hold a boundary up and mean it. We've got to feel it. It's a measure of our self-worth. So we start doing things to better ourselves and feel better, to tell ourselves that we're worth it. So, I tell women, take care of yourself, your hygiene, shave your legs, do your hair, put on your makeup every day, go get some nice outfits, get your nails done, pedicure, start investing in yourself, go get help, therapy, coaching, anything. Just start doing things, because what's important is that you feel better, that you feel good, that you feel good about yourself. And so that we don't let people do this to ourselves again. If you take a child and make them feel really good about themselves, they won't let people make them feel bad about themselves. Okay? Adults that are going through life and people are hurting them all the time, they don't feel good about themselves. Parents didn't build up their self. Okay? Lots to learn. Lots to learn. Get professional help. That's always my recommendation. Always get support. Okay, so that you know what you're doing is right. So you know that this is a normal reaction. So that you are comfortable and have some compassion for yourself. And then you did. You said, yeah, I understand where I'm at and what I've been through is rough. That's great. Good. This is a process that takes time, and we learn little bits at little times, and we need those things. We can't jump from here to here. We can't jump from point A to point Z. It's got to take time. Okay? Good luck. Sorry I couldn't help you more. If you have more specific questions, please ask. But I talk about all this stuff in my videos, specifically CPTSD videos. Mary from Woodburn, Indiana. Hello, Mary. I appreciate your videos. Thank you. I've been using them as an anchor because of people aggravating me for no apparent reason. A guy was bullying me at work, so I went and watched the video to calm down. I'm working on trying to shorten the window between a person getting to me from attack to hurt, to pissed, to calm down, and then moving on and it not bothering me because I process it and put it in its place. Do you have any advice that would be helpful to close the gap? I know people will bug me, but I want to get back to balance faster. Yeah, Mary, you're probably hypervigilant, maybe waking up every couple hours at sleep, waking up all awake, and things that people are doing. You're noticing narcissistic behavior in people more, and you're seeing, maybe perceiving danger where it doesn't exist, and you're overreacting and getting ashamed of the things you're doing or saying. So we need to eliminate as much stress out of our life as we can. This is a stress problem, disorder, what do you want to call it? This is from stress, from trauma. So we need to eliminate as much as we can in our lives, and we need to learn how to cope and deal with stress, okay? And we need to learn how to relate with people better. People that are victims of this stuff weren't taught very well from their parents how to relate with people very well, how to tell them how they feel and what they want and things, okay? Sometimes that people pleaser just means you're not thinking of yourself. It's just all about the other person. So find out how to have relationships with people better. And I don't mean just marriage. I mean relating. Just relating. If we've been ignored in our childhood, guys, we lacked social interaction from our parents. And it shows in adult life. We think we're really social until it comes to relationships and attachment. It's a lot different. Okay? We can carry on a great conversation with someone, a friend or someone we don't know very well. But when it comes to attachment, we got to dive deep into our emotions and feelings and learn how to talk about them. Okay? It's not easy. We're not born with this. Relationships aren't easy. Marriage isn't easy. Obviously, multi-billion-dollar business on marriage counseling and help and advice and relationships. Start learning. One little bits at a time. I wouldn't date anybody right now at all. I would learn how to have friends first. And so something I do with clients is say we talk every week and we're going to go back and talk about the last week and tell me about interactions you're having with people. Okay? Because you've got to learn how to deal with somebody who's bullying you instead of isolating and watching a video. You've got to learn how to calm yourself down. You've got to learn how to, feeling hurt, letting people hurt you all the time. Not everything that people do has to hurt. Okay? Lots of work to do. Professional help. Read, learn about relationships. Be very conscious and aware of your interactions with people. And professional help is the best way to do this. Okay? It's amazing just little interactions my clients have with people, how much they can learn from that, how much I can teach them. Okay? Hope that helps. Thanks, Mary. Alan from Glendale, New York. Hello, Alan. Hi, David. Great channel. Thank you. My family sides with my ex borderline, thanks to a smear campaign, and are even friends with her on Facebook. I'm furious. How do I let this garbage go? I can't imagine how angry you'd be. Should I just chuck them all? It was the worst painful breakup of my life. My only friend since the breakup is the bottle. Please help me come to grips with this double-headed monster and turn this all around. Alan, get help. I mean, get help. Get help. You're drinking because you don't know what to do. Start learning what to do. Start learning how to take care of yourself and start learning how to relate with people in your family. Okay? Your family's hurting you and this person's hurting you and they aren't stopping and you don't know how to make it stop. I would get away from them for now. Let them go. Let your parents deal with this person. Eventually that will drift away. Especially if you're not in the picture. Your ex-borderline is doing this to control you. She can't control you anymore, so she's controlling the people around you, your family. Okay? Don't fight, don't argue, don't defend yourself, don't hear it, don't see it, don't react. These are people that are hurting you and causing you stress. The only way, it's your responsibility to stop this, not theirs. You have to be emotionally responsible for yourself. Your emotions don't feel good, change them. Do something. What are you going to do about it? If you can't make them stop, then you remove yourself from the situation. Okay? Period. And you do it as long as you need to until they don't do it anymore. If that's forever, that's forever. Okay? They're deciding that. But you're taking care of yourself. I know this is tough with family. Your family's not healthy. Okay? It's not about taking anyone's side. It's about my son, it needs help. My son is in a bad relationship. And if their ex or a girlfriend or wife or whoever wants to come over, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I need to be here for my son. If they're not doing that, then that means they weren't there for you when you were a child. They didn't support you. They didn't help you and prepare you for things like this. They sabotaged you, okay? I'd get away from all of them. I'd work on yourself and get healthy before you ever go back and talk to them. If you don't feel good about yourself, they're going to keep knocking you down. If you feel really good about yourself, hopefully they won't be able to do that. And you might be able to relate to them. You might be able to have a relationship with them someday. Not with your ex in their life. And you need to make that very clear and draw the line. And say you have crossed this line. You are crossing it now. You need to get back. You need to stop communicating with my ex. And anything but that. And if they don't reassure you and if they're not there for you, bye-bye. And it could be temporary. And you can check on them and you try again if you want. But you need to take care of you. Okay? They're not going to. They're not responsible. Get healthy, Alan. Start getting healthy, man. You're reaching for very unhealthy, sabotaging answers. Okay? Not good. You're making the problem worse. So this isn't about them anymore. This is about you. So make everything about you and get them out of your life for right now until you learn how to deal with them and relate to them. Okay? Good luck, Alan. I'm so sorry. Please get help. Debbie from the United Kingdom. Hi, David. I'm nearly 1 year no contact, and I'm really proud of myself. Hello, Deb. Good. Good. I'm proud of you, too. I hope you're feeling better. I never thought I could do it, but I have. To keep watching your videos on no contact regularly to get it into my head, I have such a fear that he will hoover me as if Tudor says they always come back. And I wrote down here, Tudor told on himself. He always goes back, I guess, huh? I wouldn't watch those videos. Come back, my number has changed, but he doesn't live far away. I called him out. Does that mean he will leave me alone for good? So you're hoping he doesn't hoover you because you called him out. And they would tend to not want to come back to you because that makes them feel worse, right? The problem is, guys, the reason they hoover is they're impulsive. They're impulsive. They break up with you one day, and the next day they wish they didn't break up with you. They didn't want to. They want to go be with somebody else, and they dump you and go be with somebody else, and they realize, I don't want to be with this person. I want you back. They don't know what they want. They're hot and cold, right? Something's great one day, and then it's horrible the next. They love something, and they hate it. You're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then you're a moldy piece of toast the next day. I mean, it's impulsivity, emotional instability. They don't plan anything. Trust me. What else? If they planned anything? No. Or if they planned something, I mean, they planned something, but it's not realistic, right? We're going to go, stay on planet Mars next month. And yeah. Stop being so scared. Learn how to process fear. Write down right now. Write down, Deb. Write down exactly what you're scared of. Exactly. Don't be general. You need to be as specific as you possibly can. And then you'll realize there may not be anything to be afraid of. Or, well, he might do that, but then you can just take care of it by doing this. If you're worried about him walking in your place, he might have a key, get the locks changed. If you're worried about him, if they're harassing you, get a lawyer to send a letter, call the police. I mean, there's things that we can do, but if we just leave it as, this scares me, oh no, I don't want to think about it, then we don't do anything about it. Or we don't even realize that, wait a minute, there's nothing to be really even scared of. Okay? I'm serious. If you've been traumatized, that's why most likely that's why you're scared. You probably don't have much to really fear. You know, you're worried about what he thinks of you. You're worried about things like this. So how do I react if he does this? Who cares? He's never in your life again. Who cares what he thinks? He's a narcissist. Who cares? If he comes to your door, don't answer it. But be prepared. That's the best way to feel better about it. Have some security. Right? I changed the locks. He doesn't have anything. I don't have anything of his. If we need to do this. If you have anything of his, that needs to be gone immediately. Somehow. Figure it out. Gone. No way for him to come back. If he has something of yours, don't worry about it. Kiss it goodbye. Gone. Write it off in here. Okay? Realize that you don't want anything from him, so you don't need to do anything. You don't need to ask. You don't need to tell him. You don't need to react. Comes to the door, don't answer it. If you happen to answer it on accident, he's there, shut it. Tell yourself what you're going to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you options. I'm letting you realize that you don't need to do anything. It doesn't matter. Who cares what he thinks? Please. Okay? This isn't grade school. This isn't who broke up with who did this, who cares what they think, who cares? Gone, out of your life. They're unhealthy. You're getting healthy. He may not understand the things you're doing. Who cares? Okay? Hope that helps, Deb. I'm glad my videos are helping you with no contact. But like I said earlier, the idea of no contact is you're not sure how to deal or relate with this person. So we need to start learning how to deal with these things eventually in life, okay? Learning how. Thanks, Debbie. Anna. Hello, Anna. I asked you last time, but I need to explain, I think. It's difficult in public, but no choice. So I've heard from a friend that he wants to stop our relation because he doesn't respect me anymore. I think it was really cruel. First of all, whatever you're hearing from your friends, tell your friends you don't want to hear anything, okay? If they're your friends, they won't tell you and give you updates about what he says. Because there's just no reason for a friend to go to a friend who's suffering and say, oh, he said he just broke up with you because he doesn't respect you anymore. You don't need to hear that. That's garbage. Okay? Tell your friend, no more updates. Okay? I think it was really cruel, but I don't know if it is a narcissistic way to put me down or it is my fault. I don't understand that. It's not, however he feels is not your fault. Okay? And he needs to control how he feels. And if he has these lingering, ongoing feelings from this relationship that's been over for a while now, Anna, long time, then he needs to go get help for them. He doesn't need to go around telling everybody so it gets back to you. There's something wrong with him, right? If someone's walking around talking about the relationship all the time, talking about bad about the person, go get help. If someone, I think we've all experienced this, right? Someone gets to know you a little bit. They say they're your friend for a couple weeks, a week, a month, and you get rid of them, and then you hurt them so bad. You hurt them so bad, and they come to you and tell you how much you hurt them. You're like, I'm sorry for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. And you're like, dude, I haven't even known you this long, and I'm apologizing to you. Get help. You're responsible for your emotions. Stop making other people. I understand someone hurt you. What else can they do but apologize? If it still continues to hurt and bothers you and makes you hurt yourself, time to get help. Time to get help, okay? You said you're questioning yourself. Maybe he didn't respect me from the begging. You were begging him. I'm sure he didn't respect you for that. But Anna, you didn't respect yourself. Work on yourself. Anna, stop thinking that the things he does is your fault. Just for the same reason the things that you do aren't his fault. Do you get that? This is like severe codependency. Severe, where you're taking responsibility for his feelings and emotions. I hope you're taking responsibility for yours. Okay? Anna, get help. Okay? Please get help. Noor. And I don't think I'm saying this right. Noor from Cairo, Egypt. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name right. Hello. I've watched all your channel. I've gone no contact 6 months ago. I can't get her out of my head, man. Please, I can't. She pops on my daily thoughts every single day. I've done all the steps. I've talked, connected with healthy people. I digged to find the reason. I can't get her out. I also started to hate myself that I let her do all the stuff to me. Please help me. Lots of shame and guilt follows relationships like this. We let somebody treat us horribly for so long. We had to lie. Now here's the truth. Here's reality. It's not your fault. People mistreat you. It's not your fault. I don't care how long it continues. I don't care. We don't blame the victim. We don't say, oh, you let it continue. You let it happen. Why didn't you leave sooner? The victims do that enough in their own head, don't we? Lots of shame and guilt that needs to be processed. That means you have underlying shame. If shame affects you this much about something you did now, then that means that shame is affecting you most of your life from your childhood, okay? Needs to be processed. If someone was a huge part of your life, if anything was a huge part of your life, if you had a business and you took all your time and energy and money into it, and because if you commit to something that big, you drop other commitments. You might lose some friends. You might lose some family. You might not finish your education. All your business, all the time, right? And then the business fails. Boom. Gone. All of it. Gone. Void. Huge void. What are you going to do now? You spend all your time doing that. If you want to get that off your head, you better spend all your time doing something else. You invested money into that, invest money into something else. You see? If I want to quit smoking cigarettes, right? I help people quit smoking cigarettes. You're smoking after every meal. When you wake up. All the time, all day. What are you going to do now? Instead, you better do something else. Better do something else. Commit to it more. Get help. Get people that hold you accountable so you can talk and process your feelings and say, hey, I don't want to see this person anymore. Help me. So if you even think about it, you think about the people you promised you wouldn't. Call them up. But we got to do something else with our time. Another product of this stuff is isolation. So now we isolate and we got all this time on our hands to just sit and dwell. Keep moving. Stay busy. I heard a doctor once say, you want to quit smoking, eat as much candy as you can because diabetes is better than lung cancer. Do something, preferably healthy. Working out is great. You don't want to work out now, it's because you're not working out. Work out every day for 30 days and you'll start really enjoying it. Okay? If you work out for 6 months every day and then you stop, now you have a void. There's another void. Now you got to fill that with something. Okay? I'm sorry for what you're going through. I hope you see this as an addiction. That's what it is. Thanks. Francine from Southern California. Hello. I'm amazed how I learned so much from you, and my BPD, NPD spouse is a narcissist that heightened during the last few years. At least I can understand so much that I did not know. We are still going this ugly divorce. Step 3. She is so happy. It's sickening, as if the past 42 years never existed. So proud of herself. I'm treading softly right now because of this divorce that she filed, as sicko as she is. When divorce is final, you can tell her how effed up she is. Now she's treating me is despicable, and why she thinks she is not in love with me and doesn't want to be in this relationship. When she said those words, she was mirroring her adult alter person. I'm tired of biting my tongue. What do I suggest? I'm angry. Thank you, David. I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry. Treat this as big as it is. Give it as much attention and time as is required, as it's needed. We can't minimize and shrink this down, pretend it's not a big deal. Get away from this person. This person's hurting you. Don't talk to them. Okay? Get help. Get counseling. Get therapy. Get support. Get stress out of your life. This was horrible. It's so much. These problems are just so much to sit and try and help somebody and answer a question like this. This could take days, weeks, months to help. Nothing I can just sit and tell you. I'm gonna start repeating myself so much. Get help, get help, get help, because that's what's needed. We can't do something by ourselves, on our own, for ourselves. We need help. And that's what people are for. We help each other. Okay? There's people dedicated to this, doing this, okay? You said you're still going, this ugly divorce. Try to learn and understand, because you're confused. So you got to find the truth, and the truth will not hurt. The saying the truth hurts is BS. It's BS. It's lying that hurts. It's not knowing the truth, believing something that's wrong. And that's what shame and emotional pain is. It's misunderstood. We just don't understand it. We're internalizing it, absorbing it, saying it's us. It's not. It's just someone treating us badly. She's not happy. Trust me, she's not happy. Not signs of a happy life. Nope. Not what I write down when I think of what a happy life is. No. Hurting other people, being involved in divorce. So, no. She's not happy. She didn't want this. She didn't plan this out. No. She thought that it was going to be great, like you did. Learn. Healing is learning. I'm telling you, it's learning. It's realizing that you're okay, that you're a good person, that you're lovable, that life is good, that people are good, stuff like this, okay? Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's see here. That's the last question. Awesome. I made it in 2 videos, so I'm going to cut out of here as soon as I can. Thank you very much.